Hello, it's Simone. Today I am sharing this Plan With Me video for this week, starting today. Um, I decided to film along because I just felt the need to talk to you and share with you how everything is going. I want to know how you are all dealing with this situation. Do you have shelter in place situations? Are you in lockdown? What are you doing to keep yourself sane? I am finally at the point where I am not in shock anymore. I think it was shock. Last week, I was just not there. I was just still so shocked that what was happening, and it was happening so fast that I just couldn't really do anything. I was scrolling social media, reading all those messages from all the people, and it was so overwhelming. Um, that lasted until Friday, and then I decided to sit down and see what I could do to keep myself busy. We started homeschooling. That is a bit much to say. We decided to participate in some online workshops. There is one journal writing class, but I will link her series. She posts them on YouTube in the description box below. It's really fun. I think it's fun, even though I think she addresses children. I had a lot of fun, and I'm actually going to continue with it while my children are doing distance learning with their schools. But while the school district was still setting up all of those things, and it is starting tomorrow, we just decided to occupy ourselves so we wouldn't be so restless, and they wouldn't waste their time on screens all day. They admitted that it has gotten boring. Screen time has been getting boring, and they needed other things to do. So we journaled together, we walked outside. My husband made them exercise with him every night. We are playing games. Yeah, and we're trying to stay sane. Let me know what you're doing down below in the comments. So I whited out all the things in my weekly overview. I had written down my schedule for the past and upcoming week. And the last time I went to work was last Tuesday. And then on top of the whole shelter in place situation, I had a really bad case of sciatica. I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't really do anything. I had an in-person, a telephone appointment with my doctor, and she made me order the medication online. It still isn't here, so I'm trying to just take the maximum amount of painkillers so I can function. But I actually feel that it is getting better. But that on top was really, really hard. And so I couldn't actually work last week, even though I was scheduled. And on top of that, my husband and I decided that I would be staying home with the boys because even though he is home, he is actually working all day from home, and he cannot take care of the kids' needs. And fortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, we are in a place where I can stay home and don't have to go to work. So that's a plus for us. I know there's many families out there who do not have that privilege. And I was determined to actually not let my coworkers hanging. But we quickly realized that, well, right now I will just take advantage of that privilege because the boys go first. So yeah, so I stayed home, and we started, as I said, we started some homeschooling things, activities together. Let's call it activities together. I made them cook with me, I made them bake. We journaled together, things that I know how to do, we did. And just to bridge the gap until distance learning for the school district would start, which actually starts tomorrow. And we have been getting so many emails from all the different schools. Each of my boys is in a different school. One is in elementary, one is in middle, and one is in high school. And yeah, I decided that I would just write down the schedules that have been sent via email into my planner so that I would be able to actually understand how busy we were, when they would need to be here. Well, where would we go anyways, but when would we need to make time for school? When would it start? When do we have to be ready? And I realized quickly that middle and high school, my boys both have the exact same schedule, which will facilitate the distance learning immensely. I'm really curious to see how that goes starting tomorrow. If they have to talk with their teachers, how we're sitting at the dining room table, and I'm curious to see how it works. But tomorrow they have all their classes, one, like, I think 30-minute check-in with each of their teachers, and then on Wednesday they are having starting a block schedule where they have alternating schedules and 3 periods each day, which sounds doable. I am just a bit, well, scared. Yeah, scared would be the right word, that the kids will be dealing with lots of busy work, which I actually, if that happens, I will probably email the teachers and tell them that I don't agree with this kind of work. Yeah. I mean, they're doing busy work all the time during school or very often. And if they have the opportunity to actually really kind of work with each student individually and could actually give each student different kind of work, I feel like they should take advantage of that. But I will wait and see, because obviously this is a learning curve for each and every one of us. So last week, instead of actually planning in my planner, because as I said, I was just so shocked, I couldn't really function. I started just writing down what we actually did each day, because I hadn't touched my journal in a week. And so I decided to just jot down tiny notes so that when I would get back into journaling, I would know what I want to write. And that worked really well, because on Friday I didn't have as much pain as before, so I could sit at the table for a short amount of time and journal, which was really fun. And I think this is turning into an advice session. If you have kids that are able to entertain themselves for some time, then do something for yourself. Find stuff, turn off social media. Well, maybe put on some YouTube videos of other crafters and be encouraged and inspired to create. Sit down, write something, sticker stuff, draw stuff, try something new, start knitting, and just immerse yourself into the creative mode. If you're a creative person, it helped me a lot to get over this first shock and accept the situation as it is. Today I picked up a Chromebook for my middle one. We do not have 3 devices for each child to actually work on them. So yeah, our school district actually has Chromebooks for each student, and we're able to pick them up. And when I received the notebook, I was close to tears, because this situation now feels so real. Originally, the school closures were until April 3rd, which is next week, I think. Yeah. Like the end of next week. But if they're rolling out all of this distance learning now and elementary school starts next week, they wouldn't do that if they wouldn't expect this to be a long term thing. Yeah, and I think the realization that this is going to be a long term thing that hit home. Um, I teared up, but I didn't cry. Which, if this helps crying, then I think we should all be crying and then get over this and tackle our new kind of life. I hope it's not going to be for too long because I really miss the interaction with people. I didn't know I would be saying that because actually I always thought I was an introvert, but maybe I'm an extroverted introvert. Who knows? I hope, though, that you're all doing well, that you're adjusting to this new situation, that you're making the best of it. I encourage you all to create, to do things that bring you joy so that we get through this all without too much damage. Let me know in the comments below what you're doing. I would love to hear from you. I have been filming along lots of the things that I have been doing this weekend, and I plan to do more of those. It helps me and maybe it helps you too. Bye.